Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your Capricorn full moon tarot reading as well as partial lunar eclipse. We will have a partial lunar eclipse with this Capricorn full black moon that we have on July 16th, give or take, just depending on where you live in the world. My intention for this reading, Sagittarius, is to look at full moon to full moon, so July 16th through about August 15th. So let's see what is manifesting for you guys. Okay, so you guys have the whip, and Sagittarius, what I feel about this is a few different things actually. What's coming in for you guys is going to come in very swiftly, quickly, and fast, okay? Others of you, this could just be a lot of passionate and creative energy that takes a hold of you, and you create a lot of fantastic work if you're artistically inclined. Or even if you're not super creative, I just feel like this full moon to full moon is going to inspire you in ways that maybe you haven't been inspired before, okay? With that partial lunar eclipse, it's like there may be a part of your soul that you are now coming into access to that you didn't have prior access before, okay? Also, what I'm getting with this is, for some of you, this is where something is going to take place that you don't initially like very much, but it's happening to create space for something that you truly do want, okay? And whip is card 11, and 11 is the number of spirit to me. So Sagittarius, what's happening in your life from this Capricorn full moon to the Aquarius full moon in August is spirit is with you, and it's all in your highest good, okay? I really feel like you're clearing a path, many of you. So let's gain some more insight about this. All right, so you guys have the 8th house, needed changes, okay? So with that and the whip, yeah, Sagittarius, there's a path being cleared for you guys. And look at what the very next card out would be. Actually, 9th house, higher learning, which is your house, Sagittarius. So, yeah, what I feel strongest with this whip is a path is being cleared for you, and there may be some situations or relationships in your life that it's time, like the sting is just too deep, the burn is deep, and it's time for that to get out of your life, okay? Sagittarius, whatever is hurting you, it causes you heartache, you know, hurts you, damages you, that is where needed changes. That's transformation, 8th house energy. So I really feel like a path is being made for you guys in some area of your life, and it's so needed. It's like major transformational energy for Sagittarius. So let's pull some more cards here, Sag, to gain more insight, because I still don't quite have a handle on where this is taking place specifically for you guys. I just know that it's like what hurts you and harms you, like it's time for that to leave your life experience. All right, so Virgo, I nurture you. Yeah. Sagittarius, it's time. This is about healing. Spirit is, oh my gosh, and look at what the next card out would be. Chiron, deep healing, and Chiron just went retrograde, so I'm not surprised. Listen, Sagittarius, there may be some truths coming to light that maybe you don't like, or there's things that you know about yourself or situations or relationships in your life that you know must need to change. And I'm noticing here in these two images is, you know, two naked women pretty much. And what I feel, and look at, they're almost like in the same position with one arm up. I mean, you know, she has both of hers up, and like on this one, she has that one down. But it's very similar what's going on in those two cards. So to me, this is almost like you're shedding a skin, finding the core of you, your true authenticity, Sagittarius. That's like what's trying to come forth from deep within you, and all the things that kind of hinder that and make you stuff your true self deep down inside. And that typically happens at the sake of pleasing others, or not wanting to make waves, or not feeling confident and secure in who you are. That's what's changing here. The true you, Sagittarius, the most authentic parts of you are trying to come forth, okay? And break through the barrier that has been put around you, either self-induced or just by the people and circumstances in your life. And now this full moon with this eclipse, it's really shifting you. It's awakening you to like a different part of your soul, Sagittarius. And in that space, it's like what needs to go, what needs to be shed is going to be shed. And that's creating the path for you. And I nurture you. This is spirit coming in, really giving you that divine guidance and almost divine intervention to get you out of some heavy energy that is just not productive for your life experience, okay? Needed changes. And this is transformational as well, Sagittarius. So let's pull some more cards. All right, so we have Aquarius, balanced energy, the star. Yes, that is the healing coming in. It says magical charisma and charm, one of a kind, powerful and intelligent mind. So to me, Sagittarius, this is talking about that core of you, your true authenticity. And with the star being attached to this card, that is the healing that you so desire coming in, Sagittarius, okay? And this you, one of a kind, that's what's coming up from the surface. And it's not going to matter anymore. You're not going to care or feel worried if you're making waves or whatever. You're not going to be interested in walking on eggshells to keep the peace, okay? It's like the true you is coming forth and coming out very strong. And you know, Chiron is the wounded healer, and it's Sagittarius, you are really becoming empowered, kind of your own advocate in a way. I just feel like those I'm reading for in this particular spread is a Sagittarius who has really put themselves and their needs kind of in the back seat, trying to go with the status quo, walking on eggshells, not wanting to rock the boat, trying to like people please, keep everybody happy and satisfied. And finally it's coming to the point where you can't keep that up anymore because it's you know, cut you off from your true self so deeply. It's some of you might not even feel like you have a voice anymore. And divine intervention, man, it's coming in strong, especially with that star energy. And it's like, nope, it's time for changes. These changes must take place for you, Sagittarius, because whatever this is, it does not belong in your reality or on your life journey. It's taking from you, it's hindering you, and spirit is stepping in. Oh, look at that. I wanted to pull some more timing here, and we have December, early winter, 9 weeks or 9 months. Sagittarius timing is more than talking about timing. I mean, if these mean something personal to you, by all means go with that. But what I feel, Sagittarius, this coming out is spirit saying it is time for Sagittarius, okay? It is time for you to rise. It is time for you to, you know, put yourself first, to be happy. A path is being made for you guys. Spirit is coming in to nurture you and to grow you and to heal you and help shed, you know, these negative energies, help you with these needed changes that have to take place. It's time for Sagittarius is what I take from that card, okay? So let's pull a few more cards, Sagittarius, and see what else is going to come out. Okay, so we have gratitude, we have acceptance, wise decisions, and reconciliation. Okay, so Sagittarius, listen. Anybody that you feel that you need to kind of distance yourself from, cut off, kind of push away, push out, you know, feel strong in doing that. Trust your intuition. Do what you need to do. You know who's good for you and who's not. Somebody that you might need to lay some boundaries down with or really speak your mind. Don't be afraid to do so, okay? Even if it hurts a little bit, even if it's uncomfortable, because what I see with this lineup of cards is like, if you just accept like yourself, your true authentic self, and decide to honor you from that space, regardless of who else is involved or what's at stake, like that's the wisest decision that you can make. And any true connections in your life that kind of sever due to you needing to put your foot down, put your boundaries down, refusing to walk on eggshells, accommodate, etc., eventually, Sagittarius, you will reconcile with those relationships where there had to be distance, okay? But what I feel is whoever you distance yourself from, like they need to feel the burn of the loss of you to totally change and shift and give you the same love and nurturing that you offer them, okay? I do feel that with this card here, and with gratitude, to me, it's like the way this all, like, you know, shakes out and plays out for you is going to fill your heart with gratitude. You're going to be so happy, Sagittarius. I don't know. And with the whip there, like I said, there could be some pain involved, some emotional heartache in this, but it's like it's necessary. And, you know, also what I see is as you refuse to, you know, be anybody's doormat, walk on eggshells, etc., they might push away from you. And guess what? They'll be back, okay? If they can't honor and respect you and comply with these needed changes, because nobody, you know, you are your own being, Sagittarius. You deserve happiness and love and appreciation as much as anybody else. And sometimes you do have to put your foot down and put boundaries in place and refuse to accommodate any further because it's detrimental to you. And that's just kind of what I see. And anybody that pulls away from you, I just feel like they will be back, okay? Anybody you have to distance yourself from because they're just not getting the memo, they will be back, okay? And your heart will be filled with gratitude. It's just really accept the changes as they unfold and what needs to happen, because it's ultimately leading you to your highest good. And this is divine intervention, I'm telling you. So let's pull some tarot. All right, so we have the Fool coming out under gratitude. This is like you feeling lighter. This is like happiness for you, new beginning, the transformation, the needed changes, the divine intervention. Here it is, Spirit leading you the way for the path being carved out for you, which fills your heart with gratitude. Next out is the Two of Wands under acceptance. So Sagittarius, this is where you are going with the flow. You are accepting the changes in your life, regardless of whether you're super happy with them at first or not. This is like you trusting Spirit and just going with things, which is a wise decision, because next out is the High Priestess, which sits under that wise decision. That to me is saying you are being divinely guided. This is divine intervention, Sagittarius, all the different changes, because there's a path being made for you, which leads to your highest happiness. And under reconciliation, look at that. We have the Page of Cups. So yeah, Sagittarius right there, who did not honor you before, they will now honor you. Somebody you had to push away, or somebody who pulled away from you because you refused to be their doormat, to be used, to not be appreciated, all those things. This is that return where they come to you and apologize to you, because again, right now it's about Sagittarius. It's time for Sagittarius to think of themselves first, put themselves first, and do what's best for them, even if it does hurt a little bit or it hurts somebody else. It's like you cannot accommodate anymore. It's time to nurture yourself and do what's best for you. That's your wisest decision. That's what Spirit's leading you to do. And it's like, regardless of what happens, those people who you have to push away or who leave you because you're like, I refuse, they will be back to apologize and to make it work with you. Sagittarius, this is like, you've really got to stand your ground, assert yourself, your boundaries, and be incredibly strong in doing that, regardless of if it hurts, because you know, when we're attached to situations and relationships that aren't honoring us and aren't appreciating us to the capacity that we deserve, over time that slowly chips away at your self-esteem, your self-worth, your value of life in general. Okay, it can facilitate depression and bad choices and just like all sorts of things. And you guys are kind of now at this point where Spirit's coming in saying, you do not need to accommodate, you do not need to people please a minute longer. The time is for you now, Sagittarius. It's time to restore you and heal you and make you very strong in yourself. Chiron coming in, the wounded healer. You know, as much as you give and share your magic with others, it's time to focus all of that on you. Wise decision. That's what you're being led to do. Anybody that has a problem with that, I'm telling you, Sagittarius, they will be back. You do not need to worry about anybody running off and never returning by you being strong and empowered and asserting yourself, because it is, the time is now. Okay. Also, just kind of one last message. What I'm feeling is, some of you, this could be, you know, in the past where you may have said some things that you wish so badly you could take back to somebody else. And now, you know, through this full moon and lunar eclipse, Spirit very well could be aligning the two of you to actually, you know, have some communication and work things out. So Sagittarius, if there's somebody that you really want to apologize to, Spirit may very well align that or prompt you strongly to reach out. And the same goes, you know, if this is somebody from, you know, the past where we've been disconnected and they said horrible things to you or very hurtful actions, Spirit could be bringing them back into your reality because they want to reconcile. They want to offer you an apology and smooth things over. And, you know, any sort of reconciliation like that, that doesn't have anything to do with, you know, right now with this from July 16th through August 15th, anything that's prior to that, I really feel, Sagittarius, that, you know, the reconciliations that come in like that, there's been a lot of pain on both sides, regardless of who's at fault, okay? And Spirit will align those relationships, reconcile them, the ones that are meant to come back together. And in that space, whatever was wrong before is now going to be healed and nurtured, so it's not present moving forward in this reconciliation, okay? So let's pull one final card, Sag. Look at that, Scorpio, I transform. And I just have to point out that 8th house is Scorpio energy, needed changes, also transformation. And now your outcome advice is Scorpio energy, which is I transform, I change. So ultimately, Sagittarius, you are changing, you are transforming. A path is being cleared for you. Lots of spiritual guidance, divine intervention going on. Anybody that pushes you away or you have to push away through this process, I do feel like you guys will eventually come back together and reconcile and, you know, be better for it. Others of you, this is some relationships, you know, outside of the primary message that are going to reconcile, and there's a big time transformation that's taking place inside you or inside this other person. And like I said, whatever was wrong before is not going to be present in this reconciliation. It's like you guys are different versions of yourself, okay? So Sagittarius, allow the transformation in your life. It's leading you back to the most authentic part of yourself, you know, and empowering you, because it's time for Sagittarius. Spirit is focused on you. Spirit's trying to heal you and elevate you, push the negative energies out so you can rise up and, you know, be your true authentic self. A part of you that you have never met before is trying to emerge forth, okay? But you can't be accommodating everybody else while that process is happening. Like, you've got to come into you, push all the distractions aside, and let Spirit empower you and grow you and transform you, because it is definitely time, Sagittarius. So those are your messages, Sagittarius. I am wishing you all the best. Take care.